and welcome to episode 3 of my playthrough of Quest 64. Last time we had been in town, we had finally arrived in Donderon and heard about the troubles down in the forest. Now, here's what I've rounded up to. I have 60 health, like 9 defense and 11 agility. 5 in my primary attack element, which is Earth. So I didn't gain that much off screen. Anyways, let's make our way down to the forest, which is where, even with these buffed up stats, we will be having a little trouble, which is normal. This is not a particularly easy game. Yeah. Elements work well. You can use their elements, the opposite elements against them, if you have the points for it. Even though these guys are earth-based and presumably weak to wind, I can't really find an elemental weakness for these guys. But it's okay, these guys go down quick enough to staff. There's really no reason to sort of bum rush them since they can't hit for anything anyways. Let's see what Water Pillar does. Not a substantial difference from my staff there. I guess it's slightly better. Not enough to justify using the staff, though. Okay, let's fight these guys. We can use all the practice we can. All that aiming for a miss. Okay, let's try this again. There we go! Success. See, not a huge difference. Okay. We are almost to the forest. You can kind of see it there. We can use the experience, I guess. Missed. Well, not missed. I hit the wrong one, though. Let's take care of these rabbits first. Since it's their attack turn, I believe. Forest is not very far away. You can kind of see it there. Just on the other side. See? Right there. Ooh. Let's go ahead and pump some more into Earth. By the time we reach the robber, we want to have at least 12-ish, or 10 to 12-ish in our primary attack element. And needless to say, you want your healing spell by then as well. Not that the healing spell is particularly useful in a boss battle, but you'll see that eventually. There are spirits strewn throughout this area. You can see one right over that way, but first let's take this path and we'll come back to the other one. Search every nook and cranny for a couple reasons. You want to have the beasties in this area down pretty well. This is what I like to call, it's a skill check. You see this in MMOs a lot. There's our first spirit of the forest, by the way. In the middle of what looks like a hookah? Oh, and we also have a chest here. This is way too nice. You see this skill checks in MMOs a lot. Since there's no level system per se, instead you have kind of a skill check. The monsters here you should be able to take care of without too much trouble. Giant shoes. This is a temporary buff. The shoes we just got are a temporary buff that will provide us some more maneuverability in a battle. I have not used it yet, obviously. But, okay, bats. These are wind-based creatures that are not particularly difficult to fight. They do this wind cutter move when they jump in toward you. And when you're too close to them, they will also do a water pillar move. They have around 25 health. Probably closer to 24. And really, the water pillar is the more dangerous of their two attacks. And it still does around 6 damage, whereas their wind cutter does around 2 or 1. So definitely something you want to take out at range. Fortunately, after a while, you will be able to one-shot them with your staff. At least I was able to. When you're around 24 health or so, or doing around 24 damage to these guys with a staff hit, you're pretty well set. Okay, the road I'm going down now is the road toward the fort. The other pathway leads to the road to Loch Kilderoy, I believe. And there are also a couple spirits down there, which I'm gonna go ahead and grab before we head off that way. Let's just test out this rock too, real quick. It's okay. Kobolds. Kobolds are, from what I've discovered, the most dangerous enemies out here. That's because fire is particularly difficult to miss. These are guys you want to fight at sort of a close range, because instead they'll use a fairly weak wind tornado kick attack. Now, here's something. Don't be worried if you're after your first battle in an area, you end up looking in pretty bad shape. Here's something. Your mana does not regenerate in battle, just on the open field. These are also ones you want to kind of deal with in close range, because they do less damage than their wind cutter, which can do up to 6, because they do multiple wind cutters. So they can do up to 6 to 9 damage if you get hit by all of them. Whereas in close range, it is a strict about 2 damage hit. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit, and then continue on our path. Remember, this is leading toward the fort. Well, okay, now it's leading. No? Actually, not sure which way I want to go. We'll head further in toward the fort. For now, at least. That's not gonna work. So yeah, also, fun thing about these kobolds, in addition to dealing quite a bit of damage, they're also fairly resilient. They are not vulnerable to water or wind particularly, or water or rock in particular. Ow. Yeah, this is not going so well for me. Hey, we got one of them though. And he missed. I don't want to leave right now though. I want to fight this out since I already killed one of them. See, Water Pillar is not a huge bonus. And right now I'm feeling kind of hurt. And that's why Brian's sitting there panting. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go heal up a bit off screen, and instead of heading toward the fort, I will head toward the road to Loch Kilderoy and get the spirits on that path instead. See y'all in a second. And there we are. There's the forest's edge right there, the road to Donderon. And there's that spirit that we saw at the beginning that I pointed out. Beautiful. We should have close to 12, if not more than that, by the time we engage the thief. This guy. Yeah, water pillar too. You always have a turn between every monster. I mentioned this in the first round, video, and I'm gonna point it out here as well. When monsters are bunched up like that, it's a good idea to use a spell, since a spell has a chance of hitting multiple creatures. Particularly water pillar, which that was a mistake on my part, which can hit if they're clustered very close together, but the range is terrible. Oh, we got some more spirits. Here's the thing about healing up as well. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. As we heal up... Oh, going the wrong way. As we heal up, we will gain sort of an off-camera, off-screen experience. And in doing so, our mana will slowly go up. So healing is... Oh, let's just escape this real quick. I'm not at good enough health to deal with them. No, the other way. There we go. Sorry, I get turned around here. It's kind of all samey. I just ran away from battle. There you can see my mana has gone up by 2. Well, not 2. It's filled up by 4. So this is the proper use of the heal spell, which I discovered when I was... Oh, there we go. Ah, so close. Let's go ahead and fight these two, since we're at pretty good health. The reason I used Rock 2 there instead of Earth 1 is the damage is not great enough to warrant the extra mana cost. Really, I'm just trying to put a little damage on them as I make my way there. Hey, water is slightly effective against them. I'm not sure it's... Yeah, it's not worth the mana to do. Let's go grab our earth right there. There we go. You can see our mana has already increased thanks to us spamming the heal spell a little bit. So really, the heal spell behooves you. It will grant you more mana because you keep casting with it. It's something you really can't avoid casting with. Because if you want to take advantage of the heal spell, you really need to take a couple steps, heal, take a couple steps, heal. Ouch. I don't really want to fight these guys, but I feel that I must. See, water does slightly decent damage, but not really enough to where I'd feel justified. Don't be afraid of this Frog Knight guy, he's not that good. He just has wind magic, and wind magic does a lot of the death by 1,000 cut stuff. So if you're pretty decent at dodging, you can usually avoid... Oh, Rolling Rock. This is our first true AoE spell. And it seemed to really deal a good chunk of damage to our frog buddy there. However, Rolling Rock, even though it does attack in a sort of pattern, it does attack a line. It's also fairly short range. It attacks pretty closely in front of you. So it is very situational. Okay, let's continue on to the Gate to Loch Kilderoy, or Kilderney. Sorry, just looking at my mana here. You can see our agility has gone up thanks to all our dodging, and our defense is about to go up. It should hit 10 by the time we actually get to the Connor, the thief. Yeah, let's go ahead and heal up. I like to do it in spurts of 2. I guess because I'm anal about powers of 10, or divisible by 10. There is the road to Loch Kilderney, which will be open after we defeat the thief. Let's see what this chest has for us, though. Ooh, Dewdrop. We are going to need that sucker in the upcoming battle with the thief. Anyways, I will see you back when we're on the main fork again. Here we are, running past the house and heading on the path to the fort. Of course, as usual, it is fraught with dangers. Fortunately, the frogmen are not particularly difficult to us. And to boot, there we go, there is a perfect demonstration about the fairly... Oh, there we go. About the fairly, short range of Rolling Rock. There we go. No, not that one. There we go. Rolling Rock seems to be doing pretty well. I think we can probably just give them each a whack with our staff and off them. Here's what I don't understand. Even though rock is kind of like our element, you know, we have 11 in it, we're still doing more damage with our staff. Our health is also shot up a lot. It's going to be 70 by the time we reach the thief. You're also noticing maybe that we're doing a lot better in these battles. It is slow, but it does go well. Like you saw with that earth attack, we did close to 23 damage rather than our piddly damage we were doing earlier. This game really does reward playing smart a lot more than playing fast. And we are not too far. Oh, another mannequin. Looks like there's just one. May as well, you know, pummel it a little bit. Get a little extra experience. This spell I'm using is a bit better than Weaken. However, here's something that's kind of screwy about this defense spell. It can miss. You can miss the defense spell which you're casting on yourself. I'm not sure how this happens, but it does. Frankly, it's a little annoying. There's our victory, and let's continue on to the fort wall. Not the fort wall, the fort wall. We're on the fort wall. Seems like everyone wants a piece of Brian. And unfortunately, they're gonna get a piece. Well, unfortunately for them. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll dodge instead. See how much a good whack to the skull. close. We're almost close to one-shotting this guy. He has almost no HP. I think the staff goes up with your earth damage, or maybe it just goes up in general as you gain health, or spirits, I guess. I'll have to look that up for the next video. How it determines how much staff damage you're dealing. Because you notice that while we've been leveling up, our earth and sort of neglecting our water damage has stayed constant. Or, yeah, it stayed consistent. It's still around 20 or so. Let's see. Celine's Bell. Okay, so it's a crowd control. I don't want to deal with you guys. But if you insist on dying, I guess I can't really stop you. Oh, I just noticed they're called Merry and Nasty. Not sure how I feel about that. Let's give these guys a rolling rock. That wasn't bad. There we go, she's gone. I don't know why monsters prioritize melee attacking over ranged attacking. Especially in the case of, like, Windcutter, when you're attacking at close range, can pretty much act like a shotgun with magic. I don't know. And like in the case of those Merry and Nasties, it actually behooves them to stay at range. Of course, there are some. Oh, we've been going the wrong way. Oops. Let's go ahead and turn around. However, that is averted with some creatures where staying in melee range would actually behoove them. Let's cut across this little green over here. Or around this bend we should... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say around this bend we should be able to see the fort doors. But this kobold wants to play real quick. By the time you're at my point, don't even waste your spells on these bats, because you can kill them in one hit. Whereas these kobolds remain a threat for a bit longer. Now compare this, compare this performance with the first battle that we fought here in the forest. We are feeling a lot better. I think we got down to 30. We still lost a lot of health, but we're in a lot better, shape this time around. And it's all thanks to grinding a little bit and playing smart. See why I said it can be a little easy to get turned around, particularly here in the forest where everything kind of looks the same. And let's not look a gift kobold in the mouth and just charge away. But here is our little landmark. That little hook in the tree that sort of juts into the path, that's kind of going to be what our indicator is of where we're heading. Did you see that? That fireball has been doing like around 6 or so, but that time it did 4. So we are improving. It's not as dramatic as you might see in other games, but it goes along subtly. We're not quite able to one-shot these bats, though. Let's rolling rock these guys. Bullshit! That's what that is. That is some bullshit. At least we managed to defeat them without too much trouble anyways. Oh, and there is a spirit right next to our, there's a spirit right next to our landmark over there. See, our defense is at 11, our evade is about the same. We are shaping up to be in good condition for the battle with our, with the thief. 12 earth, 12 in our primary attack stat, it's good to have. Yeah, let's go ahead and just flee from these guys. So we're almost there. We should be able to see the gates here in just a few minutes. Yeah, on the other side of this green little pathway. Okay, this is probably both the most difficult and the easiest enemy here. It's an earth type, so we're kind of at a disadvantage. It's gonna probably be weak against fire, if I had to guess. Also against water. Water's not particularly great against it. These things hit hard. Yeah, that's not. And they also have a ton of health. Some decent defense. You can see that's already more health gone than anything else we've fought in here. Oh, but that did give us a level. There we go. Nice and fat. And we have 18 mana points. We are in exceptional condition for the battle ahead. There's the fort to the where the thief is hiding, Solvering, and right in front of his fort is a spirit. Well, this is just too nice. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's give ourselves a little extra water. Not that it's going to be particularly helpful in the battle ahead, but, you know, 13 earth, 9 water, like 11 defense, and around 14 evade. We're doing pretty well. Anyways, thank you for watching. In the next episode, we will show down with Solvering and retrieve the Earth Orb for the King of Donderon. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.